Hi, my name is Hakim. My student ID number is P2170117A. I will choose goal number 8, which is the decent work and economic growth. I will be talking about minimum wage as my topic. So now I will be explaining to you about the definition of minimum wage. Minimum wage have been defined as the minimum amount of remuneration that an employer is required to pay wage earners for the work performed during a given period, which cannot be reduced by a collective agreement or individual contract. Problem of the minimum wage. First problem minimum wage. First problem with minimum wage is it might increase the unemployment rate. That's an argument free market economists often put forward. The argument is that there's only so much money for a payroll, and if wage goes up, business owner won't be able to afford to have a large of staff. That's a valid concern, especially for a small operators, though a real world data doesn't necessarily bear that out for the economy as a whole. Second problem is with a higher minimum wage, if you are employees, the potential for your labor cost to increase. It's especially difficult if you are in the industry such as a food service where margins are already razor thin. And a lot of your employees earn a minimum wage, even if you don't draw your employees from the minimum wage pool. A hike in the minimum wage could make your employees unhappy with their compensation and force you to raise your own rates. If the labor market is tight in your area, or living costs make it impossible for low earners to live there, you might already have to pay more than the wage. We move on to the impact of minimum wage. Price effect. Minimum wage impact price as well as the labor market and the employment rate. Large corporations and small business unable or unwilling to absorb the cost of higher minimum wage simply pass the cost on to customers. Products and services supplied to small business customers are adjusted upward to offset or cover the cost of higher wages, which devalues the dollars or the consumer spending power. Consumers faced with higher price reevaluate their spending, choose items to continue buying and wish to avoid purchasing. Mental health. Some research suggests that the wage increase can improve health by influencing the individual's behavior that affect health, such as increased fruits and vegetable consumption, or even mental health as a result of increased leisure time or job satisfaction. Solution. The solution the solution to the minimum wage problem that would benefit both business employee and employers is very simple and obvious. The minimum wage need to be raised. Here's why. For the employees, for the benefit is obvious. The employer will be able to live on his earning and not required to seek welfare to make ends meet. And for the employer, the benefit is having more people able to willing and buy whatever the business product. If the minimum wage is increased to a living wage, those people will be able to buy things that will create demand and economic expansion, and job creation will be the result. Economic expansion is good for the business because it means they will be able to sell more and what they are produced and thus be more profitable. Think about it. If you're going to open a new business, what kind of the first thing you would need? The answer is customer for your product. Now, where will you find the customer? The answer is that you will find them where the economy are prosperous, and you will not find many customers in areas of blighted by poverty. So The way to solve the minimum wage problem is to alleviate the poverty by mandating that the minimum wage be a living wage. For the second solution, this is what I think would work. Institute a federal minimum wage of some amount, say like 30 ringgit per hour, and write in increase for cost living adjustment. Then write law that say that company who keep their HQ in Malaysia and hire a Malaysian worker get some money back in terms of tax break. Those who choose outsource to other country for a cheaper labor are taxed double the newly established rate for business. So Malaysian business headquartered in Malaysia and who hire a Malaysian workers have an effective established tax rate. And Malaysian companies headquartered somewhere else or who hire a cheaper labor for other country then have effective rate like 70%, and that should encourage them to hire Malaysian workers and is a beneficial to both. Thus, our economic will grow. Thank you so much. That's all from me. Thank you.